Teen Mom 2, Alum Kailyn Lowry claps back after exed Javi Marroquin's vitriolic rant against her. I see everything. Teen Mom 2 alum Kailyn Lowry has never been one to shy away from drama, especially when it comes to her tumultuous past with ex-boyfriend and father of two of her children, Javi Marroquin. The pair's rocky relationship has been a staple of reality TV drama for years. But things have taken an even more heated turn recently after Marroquin unleashed a scathing rant against Lowry online, prompting the mother of four to fire back with a pointed response. The latest round of drama began when Javi took to his Instagram story to vent his frustrations about Kailyn, making several explosive claims about their co-parenting situation and personal history. While he didn't tag or directly mention Lowry in the post, fans quickly recognized the context, given their long-standing public feud and ongoing custody issues involving their sons, Carson and Giovanni. In his emotional outburst, Marroquin reportedly accused Kailyn of being manipulative, controlling, and emotionally abusive during their time together. He also claimed that she kept him in a box and prevented him from having a full, unrestricted relationship with their kids. Some of his most biting comments focused on how he felt treated during their relationship, suggesting that Kailyn played the victim while exerting control over nearly every aspect of their lives together. While many assumed this was just another episode in the couple's ongoing saga, Kailyn wasn't going to let the accusations stand without a response. True to form, Kailyn responded swiftly via her own social media platforms, using a mix of candid captions and cryptic posts to address what Javi had said. She made it clear that she wasn't surprised by his words and that she saw right through them. "I see everything," she wrote in one caption accompanying a selfie. "Always have, always will." That short but powerful message quickly went viral among her followers, many of whom praised her for staying composed and not stooping to his level. In follow-up stories, Kailyn hinted at knowing the truth behind Javi's motivations and suggested that he was trying to rewrite history to suit his current narrative. She also touched on the toll their ongoing conflict has taken on their children, particularly older son Carson, who has been caught in the middle of their parental tensions for years. "I know what I've done. I also know what he's done," she added. "And I'm not afraid to speak up anymore." Fans were quick to rally around Kailyn, applauding her for standing up for herself and defending her actions as a mother. Many noted that while no parent is perfect, Kailyn has consistently prioritized her kids' well-being even if it meant facing intense scrutiny from the public eye. To understand the depth of the current conflict, it's important to revisit the timeline of Kailyn and Javi's relationship. The pair first met during Kailyn's time on 16 and Pregnant, which followed her journey as a young mom navigating life after giving birth to son Isaiah during high school. She later joined the cast of Teen Mom 2, where her evolving relationships with then-boyfriend Trent D'Alessio and eventually Javi were chronicled in dramatic detail. Javi entered the picture as a supportive partner following Kailyn's split from Trent. Their relationship was rocky from the start, marked by frequent arguments, jealousy, and emotional volatility. Despite their struggles, they welcomed son Carson in 2014 and later adopted daughter Lux in 2016, before welcoming a second son, Giovanni, in 2018. However, the couple's personal challenges, including mental health struggles, infidelity rumors, and legal battles, ultimately led to their split in 2020. Since then, co-parenting has been fraught with tension, often playing out publicly across social media and court documents. Over the years, both parties have traded barbs online, accusing each other of manipulation, dishonesty, and poor parenting choices. But what makes this latest incident stand out is the intensity of Javi's language and the way Kailyn chose to respond with calm confidence rather than anger. One of the most talked about aspects of Kailyn's rebuttal is the contrast between her composed tone and Javi's apparent frustration. While Javi's rant came off as emotional and reactive, Kailyn's reply was measured and grounded, a shift that some fans say shows her growth. "I think she's finally reached a point where she doesn't need to fight dirty anymore. one fan commented under one of Kailyn's posts. She knows her worth now, and she's not letting anyone twist her story. Others pointed out that Javi's decision to air grievances publicly may not be in the best interest of their children, especially as they get older and become more aware of their parents' conflicts. Carson is almost a teenager now, another follower noted. This kind of drama isn't helping anyone. If anything, it's hurting the kids. Indeed, Kailyn has spoken openly in the past about the importance of shielding her children from adult drama, even when it's difficult. She has also emphasized her commitment to transparency and honesty when talking to them about their family dynamics, something she believes helps build trust and resilience. As of now, neither party has indicated that they're ready to bury the hatchet. However, there are signs that Kailyn may be entering a new chapter, one defined less by conflict and more by self-awareness and empowerment. In recent months, she's focused heavily on rebuilding her life outside of the spotlight, launching a successful podcast, Kailyn Lowry. Off the Rails, where she dives into topics ranging from motherhood to mental health and personal growth. She's also reconnected with parts of her extended family and leaned into her faith as a source of strength. Meanwhile, Javi has continued to pursue his passion for bodybuilding and fitness. The V2 has faced criticism for his handling of the co-parenting situation. Some fans believe he's attempting to reshape his public image ahead of potential future endeavors, whether in entertainment, fitness, or entrepreneurship. Regardless of where either of them goes next, one thing seems clear. Kailyn Lowry is no longer interested in playing the role of the victim or engaging in performative drama for attention. Instead, she's choosing to focus on healing, moving forward, and protecting the well-being of her children. "I'm tired of the lies," she wrote in one of her final responses to Javi's accusations. "But I'm not scared to tell the truth." The latest clash between Kailyn Lowry and Javi Marroquin serves as a reminder of how complex and emotionally charged co-parenting can be, especially when former partners struggle to find common ground. While reality TV offers a unique platform for storytelling, it also amplifies personal conflicts in ways that can be harmful, particularly to children caught in the crossfire. What sets Kailyn apart in this instance is her willingness to confront the narrative head-on without losing sight of her priorities. She's not looking for validation or sympathy. Instead, she's asserting her agency and reminding everyone, including Javi, that she sees clearly, remembers vividly, and speaks truthfully. In a world where public figures often feel pressured to maintain a certain image, Kailyn's choice to embrace vulnerability and authenticity is both refreshing and empowering. Whether or not Javi ever acknowledges her perspective, one thing remains true. Kailyn Lowry is writing her own story, and she's not apologizing for it. Teen Mom 2 Alum. Kailyn Lowry's son Isaac Rivera comes out as gay. It's harder to be yourself. In a heartfelt and deeply personal revelation, Isaac Rivera, the 18-year-old son of Teen Mom 2 star Kailyn Lowry, has publicly come out as gay. The announcement, made via social media, was met with an outpouring of support from fans, friends, and family, including his mother, who has been vocal in her love and acceptance of her son throughout his journey. Isaac shared the news on Instagram earlier this week, posting a series of photos that captured different stages of his life, ending with a candid shot of him smiling beside a caption that read, "I'm tired of pretending to be someone I'm not. I'm finally ready to live my truth. Yes, I am gay. And no, I'm not afraid to say it anymore." The post quickly went viral, racking up thousands of likes and comments within hours. More importantly, it marked a significant turning point in Isaac's life, one he had wrestled with for years. Isaac, now 18, grew up in the public eye. As the eldest son of Kailyn Lowry, who first gained national attention at just 17 when she appeared on MTV's 16 and Pregnant, and later became a central figure on Teen Mom 2, Isaac has lived much of his life under a microscope. From infancy, his milestones, struggles, and triumphs have been documented by cameras, dissected by viewers, and scrutinized by critics. Despite the challenges of being raised in such a high-profile environment, Isaac has always maintained a grounded presence. He's often spoken about how important his relationship with his mother is, crediting her with giving him the strength to confront difficult truths about himself. "I've known for a long time," Isaac told People magazine in a follow-up interview. "But knowing something and accepting it are two totally different things. There were times I tried to convince myself it wasn't real. I thought maybe if I ignored it, it would go away. But it didn't." For many LGBT+ youth, the process of self-discovery can be fraught with anxiety, confusion, and fear, especially when navigating adolescence in the spotlight. Isaac admitted that growing up on reality TV added another layer of pressure. "I felt like I had to be perfect all the time," he said. "Like I couldn't make mistakes or show weakness because people were watching. It made it harder to be honest with myself." When asked how he decided to come out, Isaac credited his close-knit group of friends, and most importantly, his mother, Kailyn Lowry. "I talked to my mom first," he revealed. "We were sitting in the car after school, and I just blurted it out. I don't even remember exactly what I said, but I'll never forget her reaction. She looked at me, hugged me, and said, 'You're still my baby. You're still the same person you've always been.' That moment," he said, "changed everything." Kailyn later posted her own message of support on Instagram, writing, "To my sweet boy, I'm so proud of you. You are brave, strong, and so full of light. I know this hasn't been easy, but you've handled it with more courage than most adults I know. I love you endlessly. Always have, always will." She also addressed the broader community, urging others to offer compassion rather than judgment. "To anyone reading this, please be kind. Being different doesn't mean being lesser. Everyone deserves to live their truth without fear." Her words resonated with fans, many of whom praised her for being a supportive and loving parent. Over the years, Kailyn has evolved from a teen mom struggling with personal demons into a fiercely protective mother, advocating for mental health awareness and LGBT+ rights. Isaac also found support among his peers. "My friends have been amazing," he said. "They knew before I came out publicly. They reminded me constantly that I didn't need permission to be myself. Coming out is never easy, but doing so while being raised on national television adds unique pressures." For Isaac, the decision to share his truth publicly was not taken lightly. "I wanted to wait until I was ready," he explained. "But then I realized that waiting might mean never doing it. And I didn't want to spend another day hiding who I am." He acknowledged that part of his motivation came from wanting to help other teens who might be struggling with similar feelings. "If my story helps even one person feel less alone, then it's worth it," he said. "I wish I had someone like me to look up to when I was younger. Maybe it wouldn't have taken me so long to accept myself." His bravery has already inspired countless messages from young people thanking him for speaking out. Many shared their own coming out stories or expressed gratitude for his honesty. One fan wrote, "Thank you for being brave enough to share your truth. You gave me the courage to talk to my parents tonight. I'm scared, but I know I'm not alone anymore." Another commented, "Seeing someone like you, someone I've watched grow up, come out, makes me feel like I can do it too. Thank you for showing us that it's okay to be ourselves." Isaac's journey towards self-acceptance was not without its emotional hurdles. Like many teens, he struggled with anxiety and depression during his teenage years. In recent years, he's become more open about his mental health battles, often sharing insights into therapy sessions and the importance of seeking help when needed. "Therapy saved my life," he said. "It gave me the tools to understand myself better and deal with the emotions I didn't know how to handle." He encouraged others to seek support if they're struggling, emphasizing that there's no shame in asking for help. "It's not a weakness, it's actually one of the strongest things you can do," he said. His openness about mental health has helped break down stigmas, particularly among young men, who are often discouraged from expressing vulnerability. Kailyn has also been vocal about the importance of mental health care, both for herself and her children. In interviews, she's discussed how parenting through addiction, trauma, and public scrutiny taught her the value of emotional resilience. "I want my kids to know it's okay to not be okay," she once said. and it's okay to ask for help when you need it. Now that he's out, Isaac says he feels lighter, like a weight has been lifted off his shoulders. "I used to feel like I had to hide parts of myself just to fit in," he said. "But now I realize that being different is what makes me special. I'm not afraid to stand out anymore." He's currently finishing up his senior year of high school and plans to attend college next fall, where he hopes to study communications or psychology. "I'm excited for the future," he said. "I know there will still be challenges ahead, but I'm ready for them now." As for his relationship with his mother, Isaac said it's stronger than ever. "We've always been close, but going through this together brought us even closer," he said. "She's my biggest supporter. I wouldn't be here without her." Kailyn, meanwhile, continues to use her platform to advocate for LGBTQ+ youth and families navigating similar journeys. "I've learned so much from my son," she said. "He's shown me what true courage looks like. And he's reminded me every day that love is the most powerful thing we have." Isaac's coming out story highlights the importance of visibility and representation, especially for LGBTQ+ youth who may not have access to supportive environments. According to the Trevor Project, LGBTQ+ youth are more than 4 times as likely to attempt suicide than their straight, cisgender peers. However, research shows that having just one accepting adult in a child's life can significantly reduce that risk. By coming out publicly, Isaac is providing that sense of hope and possibility for others. "I know what it's like to feel invisible," he said. "If I can be someone else's light, then I'm honored to shine." His message is clear. It's okay to be yourself. It's okay to take your time. And it's okay to ask for help along the way. Isaac Rivera's journey is a testament to the power of self-love, family support, and the courage it takes to live authentically. In a world that often tries to dictate who we should be, Isaac reminds us all that sometimes, the bravest thing we can do is simply be ourselves. As he steps into adulthood, he does so with confidence, pride, and the unwavering support of those who love him most. To the world, he is more than just the son of a reality TV star. He is a voice for a generation, a symbol of hope, and a reminder that living your truth, no matter how hard it may seem, is always worth it. Teen Mom 2 alum Kailyn Lowry says the cast wasn't thinking, they were exploiting their children while on NTV series. Reality television has long been a source of fascination and controversy, particularly when it involves minors. Few shows have drawn as much attention and criticism as Teen Mom 2, which followed the lives of several teenage mothers navigating the challenges of parenthood under the public eye. Among the most recognizable cast members was Kailyn Lowry, whose journey from teen mom to single mother of 4 has played out in front of millions of viewers over more than a decade. In recent years, Lowry has spoken candidly about her time on the show, including reflections on how she and her co-stars handled their children's exposure to fame. In particular, she has acknowledged that during the early seasons of Teen Mom 2, none of the cast members were actively thinking about whether they were exploiting their children for entertainment purposes. "I don't think any of us were really thinking like that at the time," Lowry said in an interview, reflecting on the early days of the series. "We were young, we were stupid, and we were just trying to figure life out." Her comments come amid a broader cultural reckoning with reality TV and the ethical implications of featuring children in such formats. As society becomes more aware of the potential psychological effects on minors who grow up in the spotlight, many former child stars and their families are re-evaluating past decisions and the consequences that followed. Teen Mom 2 premiered on MTV in 2011 as a spin-off of the original Teen Mom series, which itself was a follow-up to the controversial documentary Special 16 and Pregnant. The show aimed to shed light on the realities of teenage pregnancy by following real-life young mothers through their pregnancies, births, and early parenting experiences. Kailyn Lowry, along with co-stars Brianna DeJesus, Amber Portwood, and Leah Messer, quickly became household names. The show was praised by some for its raw depiction of the difficulties faced by young parents, but it also drew criticism for what some saw as voyeuristic storytelling and the commercialization of vulnerable moments. For many fans, the show served as both entertainment and a cautionary tale. For others, especially critics, it raised serious questions about consent, particularly regarding the children being filmed without their ability to give informed permission. At the time the show began, Kailyn Lowry was just 19 years old. She had already given birth to her first son, Carson, and was still navigating the emotional and logistical complexities of raising a child, while dealing with the breakdown of her relationship with his father, Javi Marroquin. Like many of her co-stars, she was thrust into the public eye at a time when she was still figuring out her own identity. Looking back, Lowry admits that the idea of potentially exploiting her children never crossed her mind. "We were so focused on ourselves, our relationships, and surviving day to day," she explained. "I don't think any of us were mature enough to really consider the long-term impact of putting our kids on national television." She also pointed out that, at the time, there was no widespread discourse about the ethics of involving children in reality TV. The production teams behind these shows often handled logistics like filming schedules, wardrobe, and interviews, while the cast members were simply expected to go along with the process. "We weren't making decisions about what footage was used or how our kids were portrayed," Lowry added. "That was all controlled by the producers." Now in their teens, the children of Teen Mom 2 are beginning to form their own opinions about their upbringing and their presence in the media. Some had expressed discomfort or confusion about their roles in the series, while others seem more accepting of their unique childhoods. Carson, now 15, has occasionally appeared on social media alongside his mother, but he has not publicly commented on the show or his experience being filmed as a child. Similarly, Lowry's second son, Lux, who was born during the run of the series, is now 13 and has largely stayed out of the spotlight. Lowry herself has become increasingly protective of her children's privacy in recent years. She has spoken out against paparazzi intrusion and has taken steps to limit the amount of personal information she shares about them online.